Australian Pirate Party have something like a vision.
Yep. To make part.
You know, the German constitution says, of the German Pirate Party, that says the old dream of having all the knowledge and all culture of mankind together and accessible now and for the future is now in reach because of the quick technological development of the past century. It is our goal to take this chance and basically it's about now we have the ability that everyone can access all knowledge and all culture.
Free information. Freely available.
Yeah. The idea is that this will greatly improve culture and that's something to work towards.
Yeah, definitely. With regardless of the constitution, it's created a few of the others.
Yeah, definitely. And we should maybe rework the webpage of the Australian Pirate Party, because mainly when you go there now, you mostly see news about pirate parties in other countries.
Yeah,
definitely. And instead of that, maybe just like the goals.
Concentrate more on the form.
Yeah.
So like on the main webpage.
Yeah, maybe the front page should just have like the main goals and a link to the details and another link to the forum. That should be the
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think we need to get some points. Like we need to figure out like our top 5 like main goals of the party, just so when people ask and say you want to do this, 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 and this. Because at the moment it's just too like broad. It's like we want to focus on copyright and digital protection, but like.
That's what we say.
Yeah.
What does everyone else say?
Yeah, no, well, I don't know, like, that's good. Like, I like that, and I think most people would agree, but, like, I think most members of the general public would just be like, well, so what?
Yeah. How does it affect me?
Yeah. Like, yeah.
and it might be important to point out that we respect the rights of the creators of all that media.
Yeah.
You know, in Germany we all often have that misunderstanding that the Pirate Party wants to completely abolish copyright and all that, and that that the artists don't get anything. And to combat that misunderstanding, we not always point out that we want to protect the rights of the artist.
Maybe we should say support of copyright.
We want a reformation of copyright.
Yeah, I agree.
For example, one thing is that when you buy an album on CD, I think about 90% of the money goes to the corporation, to the distributors, and only 10% go to the artist.
Yeah.
And we want to change that.
Well, yeah, like, I always wanted to find, like, some figures or, like, Radiohead, when they released In Rainbows, like, how much money they made for, like, the same number, like, that number of downloads compared to how much money they would have made from the sales, like, because they came out with some figure, like, like, 40% of people paid for it, and, like, and they're like, they made this much money from how many downloads. I'm like, that's fine, but, like, if they'd released it commercially and just, like, like, how much would that made, like, did this benefit them or not? That's not really known.
I just noticed that we're also recording the music, so if you upload that, it might be copyright infringement or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, another thing is how much information does the individual have on how much information about them are stored by like corporations. For example, if you use one of those coins collecting cards at a shop, is it easy for you to figure out what they are doing with your data?
Oh, okay. So you want to know like the amount of information that companies keep on you, like.
Yeah. Is it possible for every Australian to just ask them, and they are forced to give you the information they have on you?
I don't think so. I don't think they'd have to tell you anything. I think they could just say say, oh sorry, I don't think they would.
Yeah. Another good goal about that would be that they have to give you that information, and yet that if you insist on that they delete them, then they should delete them.
Yeah. You don't need a personal privacy.
Because usually they have to keep legally keep far.
Yeah.
And are they allowed to sell them?
No, they shouldn't be allowed to.
And there are also some like special goals. For example, genes shouldn't be patentable. Is that a word?
Patentable, yeah. Patentable.
Yeah, you shouldn't have a patent on genes.
On genes.
Yeah.
You mean like human sort of genes?
Yeah. Or if you do some genetic engineering and create some new crops, then you shouldn't be allowed to have copyright on the crops.
That's interesting. Yeah, okay. That's really not something I've ever considered. Yeah. Well, since we want to reform copyright, what do we think is acceptable? Do we personally have any ideas of what they should be doing? How they should?
Well, copyright isn't all bad. Like the original idea of copyright was really good. The idea was that, for example, if you file a patent, you have to describe your invention in such a way that somebody who has a clue about what you're talking about can actually replicate it.
Yeah.
So the idea is, you say you have that idea, and you describe it, and then for some time you can make money with that. But after that, the patent goes to public domain, and everyone else will be able to understand what it's about and do that themselves. So patents aren't all bad, but the time should be limited.
Yeah.
And there's, in the German Pirate Party, there's still some discussions, maybe 10 years, maybe 5 years. And I don't know if you heard about that, Richard Stallman thought that there should be a minimum time, because otherwise the GPL would no longer work. That would mean that all the open source software would instantly be public domain, which means all the corporations could just take them and sell it.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe there should be a little limit.
Well, I think that party came to completion in 14 years.
Which part?
14 years.
What do you mean, the Swedish Pirate Party or the
Sure.
Oh, the Australian. 14 years, okay.
14.
Mm-hmm.
Is that for music and stuff as well, the movies, or?
Yes.
Okay.
But that's not paid.
That's not paid. Yeah, it's copyright. Yep. Okay.
And the German Pirate Party now thinks that software patents should expire faster than engineering patents, because the development in software is a lot faster. And I mean, after 14 years,
It's not really useful anymore.
Yeah, it's not really useful anymore. So.
See, one of the big issues to me is digital rights management. I just find with iTunes, when they're forcing you to play the song with iTunes or on an iPod, it's just stupid. It in my opinion, it just encourages people to break copyright, because it's very easy to do so. You just have to record, you just have to burn it to a CD and then re-rip it, and you've just got around their copyright. But why should Apple have the right to tell me what program I can use to play the music that I've just paid for? I just find that ridiculous.
And also the Creative Commons, right?
Yeah.
I found so many songs that are free.
Yeah.
Creative Commons.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, people who just release it.